Hello everyone and welcome to my first introductory video for the Sleepy Forex system. The Sleepy Forex system is a system that I actually developed for over 8 months, and it was established by myself in October of 2015. In the beginning, I found it quite mind-boggling trying to learn about various trading methods such as market maker activity, price action, reversal patterns, money management, etc., and the list goes on. And over time, I wanted to come up with something that was just simple and straight to the point and wouldn't require so much time, effort, and mastery of all the other complex stuff. And this is how the Sleepy Forex system was born. Now, it doesn't matter if you already trade any of the other methods I just shared. However, Sleepy Forex is one of the best Forex trading strategies for beginners and pros alike. I have a lot of faith in this. And the template itself is compiled of very powerful indicators. All of the indicators do not repaint, so I understand that that is very important. And these are indicators that I have combined over a year's time through tons of research, a lot of trial and error. And from that, I have created this wonderful system. All the indicators work hand in hand with one another. You know, I have back tested this strategy for over 8 months now, and it is proven and guaranteed to increase your Forex earnings just as long as you follow the rules. Now, on top of all of this, you will also gain access to my EA building services, which that's a separate entity in itself. And, it's basically a service where I completely code and construct an EA from scratch, okay, to your liking. So whether you have an EA based around a strategy that you have created, and you're basically looking for someone to build this EA for you so that you can be able to use this in your Forex charts, then that's completely fine. I offer services for that, okay? And this is separate from the original Sleepy Forex system itself, okay? So I just want to let you guys know that I charge a fraction of what many others online would actually charge you for creating a expert advisor from scratch. So whether you prefer to keep the Sleepy Forex system, if you want to tweak the settings, then that's perfectly fine. You're free to go in the EA and do that yourself after purchasing. But if you, like I said before, have a strategy that you've created and you want an EA built around that strategy, then I would be glad to provide the services for you for a very low cost. So either or, you have come to the right place. And I also want to let you guys know, for all the noobs out there, for all of the novices that are brand new to the Forex trading market, I also have a free tutorial series that I will be uploading on my YouTube channel, and I'll also have it on this website as well. So that way I'll help get you guys on a good jump start. Now, to start this video off, I want to provide you with an overview of how this system works, okay? However, I'm not going to go too in depth because that information is going to be included in the paid section. But I will try and be as informative as possible so that way you guys can understand how this system works and you can come to a better decision as to whether you want to actually invest in this or not. For me, I feel like the number one thing for anyone providing a product or service online to potential customers, whatever the product or service is to first gain their trust and gain their interest. I feel like once these two attributes have successfully been obtained, then you can expect the faith in your product or service from your customers. So many of you guys are probably wondering, how in the world did I even come up with the name Sleepy Forex? And, that's a good question. I'll be glad to answer that question. I call it Sleepy Forex because, being able to trade the markets while you sleep was of the highest importance for me. And this has a lot to do with the time zone that I live in during certain market sessions. And you guys have no idea how hard and complicated and frustrating it was to struggle out of bed at 3 a.m. in the morning trying to practice trades during London session. It was such a long, grueling process. And Although I have back tested this strategy for a long time with satisfying success, I still find myself dipping into demo only to perfect the little kinks that may arise to make sure the strategy works as accurately and efficiently as possible up to date. And this pretty much goes for any software, released out there in the online world. You always want to make sure that you keep providing updates to the users so that way everything works perfectly the way it's supposed to. Now, I do want to just include a little small disclaimer and let you guys know that this system does not provide free signals. Okay, nothing like that. I believe that signals does the trader no justice when it comes to the expertise needed to tackle these markets on your own, okay, using a humanistic approach. And I also wanted to let you guys know that the tutorials and learning courses in this system are set up completely interactively so that we all trade together and track the progress of our trades. And you will virtually see all of that on a weekly basis. So for now, this is it for this first part of the video. Now we're going to move on to the overview of how this system actually works. So stay tuned. All right, you guys, so let's get right into how this system works, the Sleepy Forex system. The reason why it's called the Sleepy Forex system is because normally I like to trade the 4-hour charts, okay? And the reason why I like trading the 4-hour charts is because the times that I like to trade is usually during the London and New York session. And in my particular time zone, because I live in the United States, in the southern region of the United States, it's very hard for me to stay awake throughout the duration of the night in order to make these successful trades. And I'm mainly talking about times like the London breakout, or the New York rise, once New York session starts. These are the trade times during the day that we really want to get into. Okay, it's very important. So with that being said, I love trading the 4-hour chart. However, the Sleepy Forex system will work for any time frame. Okay, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my 15-minute chart for the sake of this tutorial, and I'm just going to zoom out like so, and I'm going to go ahead and just dive into just give you a nutshell of how this particular strategy works. I'm not going to go too in depth with each indicator because, like I mentioned before, that's for the paid section. So one of the first things you'll notice looking at this Sleepy Forex system is that, there are quite a few indicators, and you guys are probably saying to yourself, why so many indicators? That looks so confusing. It looks like a lot of mumbo jumbo. Well, I'm here to let you guys know that once you actually get into how this system works, everything becomes second nature. It's actually very, very easy to comprehend. And you'll also realize over time that all of these indicators work hand in hand. Okay, so this is the complete system. If you delete or if you take away one indicator, it's not going to work. Okay, all of the indicators have to work entirely together. Now, one of the first things that I want to point out, and I'll just go ahead and let you guys know of this, is because everybody knows this indicator. This is the TDI, which stands for Traders Dynamic Index. And the TDI is probably the most important indicator in this system. It's our bread and butter, okay, of the Sleepy Forex system. And the reason why is because I don't know, for some of you Forex traders out there, maybe you've heard of the TDI, but you're not exactly sure how it works. And then there's many of you who know, how the TDI works and you've worked with it before. So to refresh the memory of those who probably don't use it or kind of forgot about it, basically what the TDI works, how it works is you see this green line right here and this red line. This green line actually indicates how can I put it? It indicates the proper times to enter a trade, okay? And usually it happens when the green line crosses over to the red. So as you can see, there's a cross here, there's a cross here, there's a cross here, there's a cross here. Now, if I put a vertical line on every time the TDI makes a cross, okay, I'm going to put one right there. I'm going to put one right there. And we'll just work with that for right now because this is 1 day, okay? As we can see our white dotted line right here, this is an indication of 1 day, okay, worth of trading activity. We have the Asian session box right here, and we have the New York session box right here. And in between the Asian and the New York session is our London session. Now, as you can see, okay, this vertical line indicates our London session breakout, okay? So with that being said, the TDI makes a cross, so that indicates a market that is going down, okay? And right here, we have a TDI cross that is going up, so that indicates the market activity going up. Now, in addition to that, as you can see, we have a magic arrow up here that is pointing right directly after this vertical line. So basically it's pointing right as this TDI activity is forming, okay? And then same thing right here. The TDI line is pointing up. So as you can see, this arrow has formed right on the TDI line. Now, how amazing would it be to have an indicator that alerts you every single time the TDI crosses? However, it only alerts you during certain times of the day, because everyone knows that during Asian session, it's not really a smart time to trade because there's a lot of consolidation, there's a lot of choppiness. So when I trade, the rules that I go by is always trade during the London session, and try not to trade in the beginning of the day and try not to trade in the end of the day. Same thing goes for the week. Whenever the week starts, I try not to trade early on in the week, and I try not to trade later on in the week towards the end of the week. So usually I avoid trading Mondays and Fridays. My hot trading dates are Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And for the daytime, I usually prefer to trade from 2 a.m. to about 10 to 11 a.m., which is when the New York session closes in my time zone. So with these rules set into place, this is going to ensure that we make the proper entries during the correct trading times, okay, during the market sessions. This is what increases our winning chances, okay? It's not just how these indicators are working together and when they're alerting us, it's trading the proper times during the correct days, during the correct times of the week. That is the most important, okay? Now, in addition to this TDI indicator, as you can see, there's a cross right here. Now we have another indicator, which I will not disclose the name of, but this indicator works just as well as the TDI indicator. And as you can see on this vertical line, there's been a cross right here. Now, the way this indicator works, it works very similar to the TDI indicator. Whenever this indicator makes an X, that also indicates that there was a cross in the TDX. And it also indicates it indicates market activity that is getting ready to happen, such as a breakout, okay? So as you can see, if I highlight this particular region, we have an X, okay? We have the red line going up and the blue line going down. Well, you can't see it because the box is blue itself, so I'll just delete that. So we have the red line going up, the blue line going down. Because these two lines crossed, this indicates that a big sell is getting ready to happen, okay? Like a big drop is getting ready to happen in the market. Now, that is clearly indicated as we go up here. So as you can see, the TDI green line crossed downwards through the red line, and the red line crossed upwards. This indicates the bearish strength, because bear indicates a downward market and the bulls indicate an upward market. So this indicates that the bears are getting very powerful in the market, okay? And sure enough, right in the London session breakout, this red line crossing the blue line going up indicates a strong bearish market, as well as this green line crossing the red line indicating a strong bearish market, as well as our magic arrow here at the top that indicates a cross, okay? Now, these two indicators I've already explained to you, okay? That's all I want to explain for right now. If you are interested in more, just keep on watching. Now, I also want to explain this yellow line, okay? You can see this yellow line going through our chart. This yellow line going through our chart is an SMA, which stands for simple moving average. And what this indicates is basically price action movement, okay, over a certain period of time. Now, as you can see here, we have an arrow forming, and it formed right on the candle that crossed this particular SMA, okay? And as we can see right here, it's done the same exact thing. This particular light blue arrow that formed, it formed right on the candle that crossed our 5 SMA. So this is actually going to be our magic entry points, okay? Once all of these have been confirmed, okay? All of the indicators have to be confirmed, as well as the proper trading times. Once all of those have been confirmed, then we can go into the trade fearless, okay? It's a class A trade. So with that being said, whenever a candlestick crosses the 5 SMA, it indicates that price is going to change direction, okay? That trend, the overall trend direction will change, okay, in unison with whatever direction that arrow is pointing. So if this magic arrow is pointing downwards, we know that once this particular candlestick crosses the 5 SMA, we have a downward trend getting ready to happen. Same thing goes for this arrow. We know that this magic arrow is crossing the or this candlestick rather is crossing the 5 SMA. So this particular magic arrow is going to alert us and let us know that there will be a change in the overall trend direction, okay? So, like I said, I'm going to be very brief with, describing to you guys how this works, because, this isn't the paid section, but I want you guys to gain a lot of trust in how this system works. So that way, once you are interested and curious, and you feel comfortable investing in the system, then it'll make it that much easier for you within your learning process. Okay. So, last but not least, I wanted to show you these dotted lines. As you can see, there is a long dotted line right here, right here. This is a red dotted line, a blue dotted line, a red dotted line, and then you'll also notice these green arrows, okay? These lines are our support and resistance indicators. And to ensure proper entries on top of all of the indicators that I told you about, this is going to make extra super sure that our entries are correct, okay? This is basically the confirming indicators, okay? So with that being said, once these lines form, as long as we have an arrow that forms in unison with these support and resistance lines, it's a perfect indicator that we can enter the trade, okay? So with that being said, like I said, this is just on the 30-minute or the 15-minute chart. But this strategy can work on the 30-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, and the 4-hour chart. Like I said, I personally like trading the 4-hour chart because that's when I sleep. And I love to wake up in the morning knowing that I've made gobs and gobs of pips on the 4-hour chart. It's so amazing. So I hope this video gave you guys a clear overview of how this system works and the power behind this system. It's very amazing, and like I said, there will be numerous videos where I teach you guys the ins and the outs of how to use this system, okay? It's amazing. Don't hesitate. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. If you're skeptical about anything or if you're hesitant, please reach out to me, you guys. There's a contact tab on my website. Feel free to fill out the form or just shoot me an email anytime, and I will answer any questions that you guys have whatsoever. It doesn't matter what it's about, okay? Like I said in the beginning, I really want you guys to have an honest and genuine person behind the creator of this system, okay? So before you guys even think about investing in this system, I want to make sure that this is something that you can trust, and I want you guys to gain my trust in this system as well. So thank you very much for watching, you guys. Many more videos to come.